Welcome back. You're watching Witness. And of course, before the break, we've had an intense discussion on governance. But when we talk about credibility, here is something that is absolutely unusual. More than 50 NATO containers were set on fire in Rawalpindi, and 7 people died in that incident. Yet Interior Minister Rahman Malik responded saying that the government had not been informed about NATO setting up this particular terminal. So NATO can just come and set up a terminal in this country. Furthermore, he maintained that the NATO's was responsible for security, and newspaper reports say that Afghan nationals, Afghan citizens were running this. Add that, Mr. Bukhari, to the fact that Amnesty International says that 4 million people live in fear of the Taliban in Pakistan's northern areas because the writ of the government doesn't extend. And my question is, near Islamabad, the federal capital, your interior minister didn't know that there was a terminal for NATO? I mean, those are pretty visible. They can't be hidden.
Let me tell you one thing. First of all, myself, if you ask myself, I think that the Talibans or the like-mindeds are the biggest curse for Pakistan right here on this earth. And if we say 4 million or 5 million or the total population of Pakistan, everybody somewhere in their mind, they don't agree to the mythology of the Taliban or the terrorist or just one sect of the Muslims who thinks that nobody else is Muslim.
How come your interior minister doesn't know what's going on outside the federal capital?
You don't want to listen that because you know it can.
I want you to answer that. And then I'll come back to the Taliban.
Now, this very incident happened in Punjab. And if the Interior Minister has stated, I don't know whether he has stated that or not.
He said it on television.
Well, that there was a
that he was not aware. That he was not aware of this.
Well, so the Interior Ministry and IG Punjab should reply to that if they were aware of that or not aware of that. What I must say is that whatever happened yesterday was not good for Pakistan, and we shouldn't have been more that casual. That's what I'm saying right here.
Okay. Marvi, here's
unbelievable.
My question.
Every time there's something that goes wrong, it's always Punjab. I mean, yeah, you can sit and attack each other. I have no issues.
Was that area controlled by the federal police?
NATO is a federation.
But then I want to ask one question. What is the jurisdiction of the federal minister? Is it just Islamabad or is it the entire country?
Who is going to listen to him in Punjab?
No, hold on a second. I'm not going to defend anyone.
There have been terrorists.
Does NATO talk to provincial government? No, this is a question, Mr. Bukhari. Does NATO talk to provincial governments?
I have to
so you're
say
saying
one thing.
NATO exists and you don't know about it?
I have to say one thing, that there are terrorists campaigning everywhere in Jalalpur, Pirwala, in Jhang and everybody. And what can
that doesn't
Can I ask you a question on policy? This is policy. This is policy, Mr. Bukhari.
Is that a policy?
I'm asking you about a policy question.
That the terrorists are going to campaign for the elections?
I'm asking you a question.
That is wrong. But this is not right either, Mr. Minister.
If NATO was to set up a terminal in Sindh, Punjab, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, anywhere, whom do they talk to? Do they talk to the Federal Interior Ministry and the Ministry of Defense? Or do they talk to the provincial governments?
Quatrina, if you ask me honestly, this is the lack of the coordination. Because
of the government's lack of coordination.
One minute. This is the lack of coordination between the Federal Interior Ministry and the IG police or the police of the Punjab Department. If there had been a coordinated effort, you can avert these sort of things.
Quatrina, Mr. Minister is having a blame Punjab day, it seems.
No, I'm not.
The thing is, the fact is that there is an abdication of responsibility from the federal government when it comes to NATO ISAF. And it's not just container terminals. The fact that 100,000 estimated figure of NATO containers pass through Pakistan every year, roughly 300 every working day.
We get money for it, don't we?
We might be getting money for it, but
who gets the money?
We do not
federal
know what is in there. The federal government gets the money, the Port Authority gets the money. The fact is we do not know what is in there. And
it's
all these issues of infiltration into Balochistan from Afghanistan,
that is why we have blocked Afghan transit trade. This is exactly the
at the
reason.
wheel of this ship of state. The thing is, you can blame Punjab for all you want, but the fact is that
Punjab.
NATO.
I'm not blaming.
You are.
No, at the same time, I said that.
I mean, if we are going to blame Punjab, then I can always say that all the allegations on Punjab finances
I'm not saying that.
have to be laid at People's Party's door because the Punjab finance minister is from the Pakistan People's Party.
I'm not saying why don't you throw him out?
The issue
why
is
don't you throw him out?
We don't want.
That's why I say that they are running with the head and
the issue, Quatrina, the issue is how the foreign policy of this country is conducted. And that is being conducted in a most amateur and incompetent fashion.
Well, that's what the thing.
Be it be the Prime Minister at the EU where he failed to get GSP Plus, whether it be the fact that NATO is setting up containers without consent of the
your member.
Quatrina, the issue is not knowledge. The issue is there has to be explicit consent of the government of this country to set up anything by any foreign military organization. It's not just a civilian, it's not an NGO, NATO. So the fact that they don't know anything about it, they don't want to know, it's the same policy, because I'll be finished, that they use with the drones. That,
denial.
Denial, but the fact is they're happening with their consent and they can't run away from it. I mean, it's very visible and obvious.
On both these issues, the two MNAs who are sitting here, have moved this issue in Parliament. Afghan transit trade, both of us are on record, we have moved this issue. And similarly on this issue. So we don't get the responses in Parliament. In Parliament, they run away. They run away from these discussions. There's
Nobody
no
runs
answer.
away from that.
Of course. And when
the runaways are not here, they are living abroad.
The runaways are the ones who definitely
are living abroad.
Yes, the foreign minister does live abroad half of the time. Actually, 90% of the time. Mr. Kyari Qureshi does live abroad. That's right.
We have to discuss Fatah.